about Mainz, where you are right now, where we are. How do you feel here in Mainz?
Well, I've said it before, like, I remember when I was to come here, I said the effort as a club they put into it. I see how glad everyone was when I came here. But like I said, in football, there might be something behind that you can't even explain yourself. That's just the truth. You can't explain yourself. But the truth is, I found myself in this kind of situation 2 times already. And I asked myself, why is it so? As a person, you begin to feel sober, you begin to ask yourself series of questions like, what is happening? It's the second time happening to me. But for me, I've been myself. They've been the club, I've been the player, and they've been wonderful people. Like I always said, no matter how you are treated or how there's still some good out of every bad situation.
It's true.
So that's just the truth about it with Mainz.
I watched your training, and then your attitude was super. You put up a fantastic performance, and I asked myself, how come this kind of a player doesn't get to play? Does anyone in the club tells you this as well?
Yeah, for me, sometimes I said to myself, sometimes like everyone said, I read a news, some, my brother even called me today, and it was like, he read some news like the trainer said, you are very athletic, you are workaholic and stuff. But when he saw the kind of news, he said, why then are you not playing when they said this kind of stuff? I said, for me, I don't know. Everything depends on the trainer of a team. But as a player, you just have to give your best in everything you do. And I say this to myself also, not to anyone. This is my profession. This is what I found myself doing. Every moment in time, you have to keep on working, whether it's going good or it's going bad. Because in the bad moment, what you did will be what will help you after. The truth is, I've been like this for these past 6 months I've been here.
Wow.
That's just I'm not trying to praise myself or the truth is,
You're always giving your best in training.
This is me. Even in Ghent, when I was not playing before, I decided to move back to Moscow. And when I moved back to Moscow, yeah, God help, everything fall back to places. But it takes a lot of sacrifice. For you to stay in one place for 6 months, you train every day, and you keep on telling yourself, yeah, today is another day, today is another day. But the truth is, it gets into your head. You get disturbed, you get bothered, but you keep on going. It's not something easy.
Wow.
It's not something easy.
So how do you manage to keep yourself together in this kind of a situation? 6 months in Mainz, you've played just 2 times, 45 minutes each, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And you put in your best in training. Does this affect you as a person?
In football, I think, honestly, let me just say this, honestly, in football, I think that is something most footballers, most agents, and most people that are in football knows. Training-wise, is totally different from game speed, and that is what they call match fitness. I don't care how much of effort you put in training. Though what you did in training will be what will illustrate in the game.
Yeah.
But the difference and the fitness of a match game is totally different from the training, because you play with the same kind of player every day in training. Your opponent, you only meet them 2 times in a year. Yes. You don't know what they came up with. Yeah. So the speed and the match fitness is totally different from training. But for me personally, like I said from the beginning, I always said to myself, I'm a believer. I'm not saying I'm the best Christian. No, I had my fault also. I had where I made mistake, and I tell myself, how can you do this stupid thing? But God knows everyone. But for me personally, trusting God has been my key, because it's what I believe. In bad moment, give thanks. In the good one, give thanks. Because of that, I find it difficult to feel really, really depressed. Not that you are not depressed.
Yes, but
That's just
believing God keeps you
going.
Even in difficult
time.
Yeah.
Because no matter how the difficult moments keep on knocking on your door, there's this saying that once you can't stand high, fall on your knee.
Wow.
So that is just the key for me personally. But that doesn't mean it's something easy. Because I've seen myself in situations that even your players, your co-teammates, they started fitting you. I feel like they look at you and they're like, Taiwo, how can you be like this? They started telling you stuff. Then you ask yourself, like, what can I do? Because it's so glaring. Everyone say, I'm not saying I'm better or no. But I think in life, everyone has their cautions. If I'm right to myself, I know. If you are right to yourself, you know. But the thing is, for me, in this situation, I've told you I've been there twice.
Yes.
This is the second time. I know how the first one ended up. Hopefully this one ended up the way I wish for and the way God wished for. But this my being standing and still be able to do all this kind of stuff is just, let's just say, believe in God.
You are 22, still young. There's still a lot ahead for you. What future do you see for yourself as a player?
Yeah, I think for me, for the past 5 years now, if I'm not mistaken, I've moved to places as a player, which is totally not easy. But due to the fact that I don't have the permit to play in England, and I still want to play football, I still want to enjoy it. I always find myself trying, like, okay, go on loan, play here, maybe to work out, maybe to not. I think in the summer I had a series of offers and options, but Liverpool chose not to sell at this period of time.
So Liverpool says they don't want to sell.
I don't know. Let me just. The truth is, they are as a club, they have their philosophy. And honestly, I've been to clubs. Apart from Liverpool being the big name that they are, they've been wonderful. I'm not saying this for saying sake. I know how I was treated in the club. It's a club that you won't, even when you leave, I don't care how you live, you feel bad in yourself, like, how can I live this kind of atmosphere?
Exactly.
Is it the trainer you want to talk about? Is it the management? Is it what they do for you as a player? You feel bad for yourself, like, wow, so many nice people. But at the end of the day, you still fall on the business line. That is the key word.
So it's all about the business.
You still fall on the business line. But for me as a player, I think what I'm looking forward to myself now, I think, let me just say stability. Because I felt at this present time, for the future, which I think no one knows about, but I know there's someone up there that knows the better future for everyone. I think I've been to different places to play football, and it's totally something demanding.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for me, sometimes I went there late. Sometimes the league already started.
Okay.
So you don't find yourself
Yeah.
joining the team from the start. Imagine the effort you have to put in
To get into this.
to get into this system, to get into this setting. It takes
Yeah.
effort.